Hi everyone, this is Jill. I wanted to show you my 2022 Day in the Life album. This was a fun album that I picked up from Jet Pens last year. I wanted to order some more traditional kind of journaling supplies, and I wanted some different pens, so I went online to Jet Pens to check out their stock. And while I was there, I stumbled upon the Traveler's Notebook Company and everything they have to offer from their line at Jet Pens. And one of the paper album products that they create is this spiral bound notebook, I guess at folio perhaps. Sorry, from the Travelers Company, that has pockets in it, and back-to-back pockets. This paper that the pockets are made out of is pretty thin, and as you can see, it nicely holds a 4x6 piece of paper. There are, I believe, 32 pages total in this book. And I used half, so 16 for my Day in the Life project last year. So the reason I went with this album, I wanted something really different. I wanted something new that I hadn't worked with before. I wanted something simple. And I'll be quite honest, I've become a little bored with the more standard albums that are available for scrapbooking right now. I just needed a break from that last year, and I will continue to use this book this year for 2023 Day in the Life. So just wanted to show a little bit about what I did last year to prep this album. So before my documenting day, which was, I believe it was, March 19th, it was a Saturday, I went through half of the book and did some jelly plate printing on these pages using primarily Tim Holtz Distress Oxide inks and some stencils. You can see how what I put together. The stencils were primarily from, I think, Juli Fei-Fan Balzer, the Crafter's Workshop manufactures her designs, and I've really liked working with her stencils. They're a lot of fun. They're pretty graphic in design, I'd say. So yeah, I actually had a lot of fun picking out different colors, just kind of what struck my fancy in early spring last year to make something that I guess didn't look like winter in Minnesota. So that's how I came upon this color mixing, pattern mixing. And after I had my stamping done and stamping, stenciling done, and it dried, I went ahead and went through my stash of, I think these are pretty much, this is an exception, but a lot of the cards in here are older Allie Edwards story kit cards or just kits for other purpose cards. I use the design on my pages to kind of spark matching up cards to have them fit with this Day in the Life documenting. I don't think any of them are from a Day in the Life kit. Certainly not the kit last year. I know that for sure. I didn't purchase any products, Day in the Life products last year. So it's a great opportunity to go through your stash. I really enjoyed doing that last year. Also last year I was a part of a design team that Teresa Moxley hosted. So throughout here there are some digitals that I used for my participation on the design team that I incorporated. See, I did not adhere this back to back yet. I need to do that. So anyway, just a quick walkthrough. This was my my starter page. I designed this using some letter frames in Canva and just inserted some of my photos throughout the day, printed it out. This for sure was a story kit. Card, opening up. Again, just details about the day. This is where most of my journaling is, and sometimes this stuff is just hard on the back of that. This was, I was coming out of a kind of a really low time last winter. I was dealing with some seasonal depression that got pretty extreme, and I remember being really excited about this particular day. I decided the weather forecast looked like it was going to actually be a nice spring day, which it ended up being. And I decided to just have a bit of a me day. Took myself out on a bit of a shopping trip to try to find some spring clothes. I think I was successful, if I remember correctly, but yeah, it was a good day. I guess I did do more journaling now that I'm looking back on this, just kind of some in the moment journaling to go along with the photo. I did not embellish. I didn't embellish any photos throughout this. I do remember that, but it's just a picture of my husband in our kitchen. He was making coffee. The embellishment that I did do, kind of zoom in a little bit here, are including this punched circle out of some very old basic gray scrapbooking paper. It made me pretty happy to discover that again in my stash, coupled with this rainbow, I guess it's vellum piece. That's an alley piece. And these pretty old, I think these were alley as well, pretty old time of day stickers. So I really just like the simplicity of how this piece, this little embellishment turned out on each page. I put it in the same spot throughout the album, and just a little pop of something different. It's always nice to just put a little bit of black on every page, I think. Kind of draws the eye around. Here we are again. We're at the kitchen table. Me pouring some breakfast cereal. Chip sitting with Eliza. Then we actually took a little morning nap. Now that I'm remembering back to that. My husband has this Bill Murray t-shirt, and Bill Murray is in a lot of our photos, which has kind of become a joke for us. Here's this little embellishment piece again. This is a super old card. We went to Five Guys. I went to an antique store. That was fun. Yeah, finding peace in the chaos. It felt like a bit like a chaotic time. Nothing beats Trader Joe's florals. I really like how this particular page turned out. And then this larger photo at Trader Joe's, Chip bringing our food back. We were still wearing masks quite a bit at that point in time. This is fun, just saving this little journaling spot, or this little space down here for journaling. I like cards that are oriented like this. This, when I got home, Chip was sitting out on our 3-season porch. The space is not heated or cooled, for that matter, other than what the air provides for it. And this was really, I think, the first day in the season where it was warm enough, particularly with the sun coming in the later afternoon. It warms things up there quite nicely. Still have the Christmas pillow out. And he was sitting out there waiting for me to come home. I think Eliza was with him. Delight in the small things. Got some Starbucks. Oh, this is just a piece from that design team. I was on some tags from clothing. This is a photo from across the street of our house. It's really it's an interesting sight throughout the seasons. Clearly here we don't have leaves yet, so you can see across the skyline of downtown St. Paul. I didn't have another photo to put on back of that. I really just love the interactive quality of this. Everything, nothing's behind plastic. I'm using matte photo paper in here, and just really liked how that turned out. Little Eliza out on the porch. Just making dinner, having pizzas. Her little ears peeking out. I just love that. So cute. Let's see, what's this? Oh, for shows we were watching Eliza in the evening. She was up to doing funny things, I think. And then just a story about how I was sleeping at the time, which was not very great. Getting ready for bed. So that's it. This was last year, March 19th, 2022. So what I plan to do this year is I did purchase Allie's one of Allie's story play releases. It's the Colors release. So I'm going to be doing some more kind of adding color to these pages, following those color prompts, and I will do something with the digitals and photos and words. Probably not a lot of journaling. I think I'll keep it pretty photo heavy like I did back here, but that is my plan for the other half of this fun book. I'm going to do something on the cover yet. I have some ideas. I haven't quite committed to one yet. And what else? There was something else. Yeah. No, I'm not remembering what else I wanted to say about this. But this, I really love this album. I can see myself picking up more of these. I think they'd be really great for traveling. Really great for just kind of a journal on the road, art journal on the road for traveling. I also, now that I think about it, did pick up another type in this series. And this one, sorry, that's annoying, my ring light's on. This one, I actually did bring on a trip. Last spring we went to DC, and I used this just to keep some ephemera together. And this is just these kind of envelope pages with a bit of lightweight plastic over the front. So this is a lot of fun. They'd also fit 4x4 photos. So again, Travelers Company is the maker of these fun spiral bound albums. For those of you who've been around scrapbooking for a while, these remind me a little bit of Seven Gypsies. Maybe a little bit like Maya Road, but for sure I thought Seven Gypsies when I remember opening up my package when I got it in the mail. So, I remember the other thing I was going to say. I think Allie has set the documenting day for this year sometime in April. I'm not going to do that. I am going to actually do a year later on March 19th of this year. So that will be a Sunday, and actually it's next week. So stay tuned for that. Thanks. Have a great one.